Okay. Today we are going to discuss section formula, right? Basically section formula, then midpoint formula, which is related to section formula and all. Then we'll solve some problem regarding it, right? Okay. Section formula. So everyone, I hope you are aware with the section formula. So first we'll uh, prove the formula, then we'll solve some questions regarding this. Now, what is section formula? Suppose we have a point A and we have a point B and there is a point P which divides AB in ratio m is to n. M is to n. Fine. Okay. Then we can find P if A and B are unknown. Sorry, known. If A and B are known. So suppose A is x1 comma y1, B is x2 comma y2, right? And it's a 2D diagram. So we can find P. Okay. And how we can find P? Let me tell you. Okay, everyone, please tell me what we have given. We have given AP upon AB. AP upon AB, right? AP upon PB, sorry, equal to m is to n. और हम लोग क्या है कि अभी हम लोग क्लास 10 में पढ़ के आए हैं, तो वी नो द थिंग्स, समथिंग लाइक सिमिलर ट्रायंगल. Okay, please tell me AP upon PB we have given. So don't you think somewhere it has used similar triangle thing between this triangle and this triangle? Let us name ABCD. So it means if triangle APD similar to triangle PBE, what I'm saying, if triangle APD similar to triangle PBE, then we can use basically AP upon PB, which is given m upon n. Yes or no? Okay, what I'm trying to say is what we have given AP upon PB and we have to use AP upon PB. So for using AP upon PB, what we did actually, we have observed. So we observed triangle APD and triangle PBE are similar, so that we can use AP upon PB. Fine. Okay. Now how it is similar? How it is similar? So if you observe, this angle is theta, so this is also theta. This is 90, so this is also 90. This is 90 minus theta, so this is also 90 minus theta. So by AAA, the triangle utna and utna are similar. By AAA, triangle utna and utna are similar. Okay, triangle similar means can we say that AP upon PB is equal to PD upon PE is equal to AD upon PE. PD upon BE actually. Fine. This is what similar means. Okay. Now AP upon PB is known M upon N. So write down M upon N is equal to PD. Okay. Everyone, what is PD? So if you have followed my previous lectures, there we have discussed Cartesian system. From Cartesian system, which will know well, what is this guy? This is x1, and what is this whole guy? This is y1, right? Okay, then what we need? PD. What is PD? This, only this much, PD. Okay, let this P point be x comma y. Everyone, let this P point be x comma y, and we need only PD. So can we say PD is nothing but y minus y1? Y minus y1. Why? Because y is nothing but this whole distance is y, and we need only PD. So PD is nothing but y minus y1 upon BE. Now let's see where is BE. Here is BE. So can we say this is y2, right? This whole is y2. So BE is nothing but y2 minus y. Yes or no? From y2, if we subtract y, then we get BE. So y2 minus y. So is equal to AD. Now what is AD? AD is this length. This length is AD, right? So what is this length? This length is nothing but x minus x1, because this whole is x. This whole is x. So out of x, if we subtract x1, so we get AD. Now similarly PE. What is PE? PE, this length. This length is PE. Okay. PE is this whole length, right? So can we say out of total, okay, what is this length? This is x2. Why x2? Because b, it's written x2, right? So out of x2, if we subtract this x, then we get remaining pe. So out of x2, we have to subtract this x. So x2 minus x, right? And what is AD? We already found AD is nothing but x minus x1. No problem. Now, everyone, what is the goal? What is the goal? Goal is to find P such that AP upon PV is m is to n. Goal is to find P. Now we'll find P. Everyone, listen. If 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 you solve these two guys, then we get y is equal to nothing but m y2 plus n y1 upon m plus n. And if you solve these two guys, then we get x is equal to m x2 plus n x1 upon m plus n. So this is what section formula represent, right? So हमने क्या किया, हमने मोटा मोटी एक प्रूफ दे दिया कि ये x कमा y है, ठीक है. Now apart from proof, this we have to memorize. Let me take you the memorizing technique which I have been using from last 7 years and it is very good. Fine. A point is x1 comma y1, B point is x2 comma y2, and we have some point P which divides AB in the ratio m is to n, and we have to find P. Suppose P is x comma y. So everyone, how we can write x comma y? So x is nothing but cross multiply m into x2 plus n into x1, cross multiply. So x is nothing but m x2 plus n x1 upon m plus n, and y is nothing but again cross multiply m into y2 plus n into y1 upon m plus n. So for this way you can memorize the section formula, and this is how we can find things. No problem. Fine. Now it is internal section formula. So it has also two parts, internal and external, right? So this is internal section formula. So write it down, internal section formula, right? Okay, everyone, if this is internal section formula, then what is external section formula? So let us go into external section formula, which is nothing but, okay, let me tell you one thing, that external section formula, in external section formula, the only difference is the n is replaced by minus n. Again, I am repeating, in external section formula, the only difference is n replaced by minus n. And if you want to prove external section formula, you can prove it using again this similar triangle stuff. So I am not proving it. If you want to prove, you can prove it by yourself. So I am only writing the results, right? Okay, external section formula. What is external section formula? At least if this is A, if this is B, and we have a line. Suppose we have a point P here, such that P divides AB in the ratio m is to n externally. Okay, what I'm saying, P divides AB in the ratio m is to n externally. It means what it has given? It has given AP upon BP is equal to m is to n. So this way we can write P. Okay, A is given x1 comma y1, B is given x2 comma y2, and P is nothing but x comma y. So we have to find P. So what I said, as we know internal section formula, we can find similarly for external section formula or external point P. How? We have to do only one thing. That in internal formula, in internal section formula, the n is replaced by minus n. In internal section formula, n is replaced by minus n. Okay, so what is the formula? Formula is x equal to m x2 plus n x1 upon m plus n. So now if n is replaced by minus n, so can we write this thing? Minus n. So n is replaced by minus n. So this is how x came. Now let us go into y thing. So what is y look like? Y is nothing but m y2 plus n y1 upon m plus n. But this what we have written is for internal section formula, but what we need external. So for external, this plus convert into minus because n replaced by minus n. So this is how the point P can be written. Any problem? No. So ultimately what I'm saying is internal or external, there is no difference. So just memorize the internal section formula, and in place of n just replace minus n. That's it, you'll get external section formula. Fine. Okay, we'll solve some question regarding this. So before going some problem, let us see a special case of internal section formula, which is nothing but midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. What I'm saying is special case of internal section formula, midpoint formula. Okay, everyone, suppose this is point A, suppose this is point B, and we have joined, and this is M, midpoint of AB. Now please tell me if M is midpoint, so this side is equal to this side. Yes, and one more thing we can say, that M divides AB in ratio 1:1. Any problem? No. Now what is A? A is nothing but x1 comma y1. B is nothing but x2 comma y2. Fine. Now how M we can find? Suppose this is x comma y. So everyone, how x comma y we can write? How? X is nothing but what I said, cross multiply. So this one and this one. So we can write x is nothing but 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 upon 1 plus 1, and y is nothing but 1 into y2 plus 1 into y1 upon 1 plus 1. So xy is nothing but basically M point we can directly write x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. So this is how M came. Fine. So फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट टाइम जब भी अपने को मिड पॉइंट दिखे, अपने को ए दिखा है, अपने को बी दिख रहा है, तो एम अपन डायरेक्ट लिख सकते हैं कि x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay. Now let us solve some questions regarding section formulas, then we'll see a special question of midpoint things, right? Okay. Let me take some easy problem. Question is like this: the point in what ratio, write down question, in what ratio point -1 comma -1 divides line joining point, let us take 4 comma 4 and 7 comma 7. Okay, what I'm saying is, in what ratio point -1 comma -1 divides line joining 4 comma 4 and 7 comma 7. Okay, everyone, just listen. Suppose 4 comma 4 is here and 7 comma 7 is here, and we don't know that whether -1 comma -1 is internal section bisector or external. Now internal section divider or external section divider. Now someone say that sir, it is clear that 4 comma 4 is here, 7 comma 7 is here, so -1 comma -1 is somewhat here. So ये हर हाल में क्या है, external है. But for now just let us assume we don't know where -1 comma -1 lies. So what we'll do, let point -1 comma -1 lies internal angle bisector. Any problem? Anyone? What I'm saying is then let's see what happened. Now in what ratio they divide, right? Okay, we'll assume ratio is lambda is to 1. Okay, why lambda is to 1? Whatever we studied is in terms of ratio m is to n, but now I am saying that let us take ratio lambda is to 1. Okay, this is also logic. See, what is the logic? The logic is quite simple. Suppose we have ratio 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3. So can I write this ratio as 2 upon 3 is to 1? Yes, we can write. So this 2 upon 3 is nothing but lambda thing, right? Okay, why I am doing lambda is to 1? Because m is to n is a two variable thing, and lambda is to 1 is only one variable thing, only one variable lambda. So it is easy to solve single variable rather than double variable. So I hope you must understood why I have taken only lambda is to 1. Okay, what we have given? Well, we have a point A, we have a point B, and we have a ratio lambda is to 1, and we have a point -1 comma -1. So let us solve. Okay, how what is this minus 1? Minus is nothing but cross multiply this thing and this thing. So lambda is to 7 plus 1 is to 4 upon lambda plus 1. So how it is nothing but minus lambda minus 1 is equal to 7 lambda plus 4. So if you solve this, 8 lambda minus 5, so lambda equal to minus 5 by 8. Okay, everyone, by logic or by graph, if you plot minus 1 comma minus 1 will come here, but suppose what we supposed before, that we don't know where minus 1 comma minus 1, so let that p point b is in between ab, but this lambda came minus, so this minus sign shows this is external section section divider. This minus sign shows this is external section divider. If lambda is positive, so it is internal section divider. If lambda is negative, so it is external section divider. Simple. Any problem? No. So write it down and make a note of it, that if lambda is positive, then the point P is internal section divider, and if lambda is negative, then point P is external section divider. Fine. Okay, let me go to next question. The next question is also quite simple. The question is, if p 2 comma 2 is midpoint of is midpoint of, let's say, 1 comma 4 and point of a and point c, so find c. Okay, the question is quite simple, that a point P is given which is nothing but midpoint of A and C, and A is given, so only C is unknown and we have to find that. Okay, everyone, this is A, this is C, and this is P. P is the midpoint thing, right? P is midpoint means 1:1 ratio. Okay, A is given 1 comma 4, P is given 2 comma 2, and C is given. Oh, okay, C is not given. So let us assume C is nothing but x comma y. We have to find C now. Okay, everyone, if P is midpoint of AC, so what we can say about P? What we can say about P? So coordinate of P is nothing but x1 plus x2 by 2. So 1 plus x by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So 4 plus y by 2. This is point P. But what we have given? We have given P as 2 comma 2. What we have given? P as 2 comma 2. So can I say 1 plus x by 2 is equal to 2? I can say, right, 1 plus x by 2 is equal to 2 and 4 plus y by 2 equal to 2. So if you solve this, what we get? We get x is equal to 3, y is equal to 0. This is how x comma y is. Any problem? No. So this is how we got things. now, now, please understand, this is method 1. This is method 1. Now someone say it is a normal approach. Now let me tell you a good approach, a beautiful approach, which is we have to find C point, right? We have to find point C, and A and P is given. Okay, everyone, if P divides AC in ratio 1:1, if P divides AC in ratio 1:1, so can I say C divides AP into 2:1 ratio externally? Okay, what I'm saying is CA upon CP is 2:1. Any problem? CA upon CP is 2:1. Okay, CA upon CP is 2:1 means, so don't you think C divides AP externally in ratio 2:1? Yes or no? Because this is 1, this is 1. So this is total is 2 and this is 1. So CA upon CP is nothing but 1. Fine. Okay. Now it means we can directly find C. We can directly find C instead of doing this much calculation. How we can directly find C? How we can directly find C? This is A 1 comma 4. This is B 2 comma 2, and in ratio 2:1 externally a point is there, which we have to find. Okay, so this cross multiplication. Okay, what is difference between internal section formula and external section formula? The difference is quite simple. The difference is quite simple, that instead of n we have to take minus n, right? So if instead of 1, can I write minus 1, everyone? Because this is n, so instead of n we have taken minus 1, so this converted into in external section formula. Now let us solve externally. How we can solve? C point is nothing but 2 into 2, so 2 into 2 minus 1 into minus 1 into 1 upon 2 minus 1, comma 2 into 2 minus 1 into 4 upon 2 minus 1. So if you solve this, so 2 to the 4 minus 1, so this 3, or 2 to the 4 minus 4 0. So it's nothing but C 3 comma 0, which is exactly same as what we got before. It means like this also we can think. So somewhere if midpoint is given, so we can solve internally, we can solve externally, and like this we can proceed. So hence section formula finished. Now let us solve some not important but some good questions of midpoint things, right, which is generally asked or which we should know. Okay, what is the question? Suppose we have a question that we have given midpoints, mm, midpoints of midpoints of sides of triangle ABC are 1 comma 2, 2 comma minus 1, 0 comma minus 1. Fine. Okay, what I'm saying is midpoints of sides of triangle ABC are 1 comma 2, 2 comma minus 1, and 0 comma minus 1. Find vertices of triangle ABC. Find vertices of triangle ABC. So this is the mission. Find vertices of triangle ABC. This is the mission. Okay, let me draw something so that diagram after diagram things will be clear. So this is triangle. Wait. This is triangle, a beautiful triangle we can say. This is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, everyone, the midpoint of AB is suppose D. The midpoint of BC is suppose E, and the midpoint of AC is suppose F. And we join the triangle. Any problem? No. No. Okay, D is given. What is D? This is this equal this equal this, and this equal this, because D, E, F are midpoints of AB, BC, and AC, and all midpoints are given. What are midpoints? This is 1 comma 2, this is 2 comma minus 1, and this is 0 comma minus 1. Any type of problem? No. Okay, everyone, what we have to find? We have to find midpoint, not midpoints, we have to find vertices of triangle ABC, right? How we can find vertices of triangle ABC? We can find vertices of triangle ABC. Suppose these vertices are x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2, x3 comma y3. Any problem? No. So we assume all vertices which we have to find. Okay, if we see only AB, so what we can write for D point? Everyone, if we see only AB, so what we can write for D point? Can we write for D point that x1 plus x2 by 2 is equal to 1, y1 plus y2 by 2 is equal to 2, and this is what I am writing only for D point. This is D point, right? So it means from here we can say x1 plus x2 is equal to 2, and y1 plus y2 is equal to 4. Any problem? No problem. We applied midpoint formula, simple. X1 plus x2 by 2 is equal to 1. So y1 plus y2 by 2 is equal to 2. Now, similarly, if we follow same trend for x2 plus x3 upon 2 is equal to 0. So can I say that x2 plus x3 equal to 0? Similarly, we follow the trend for y2 plus y3 upon 2 is equal to minus 1. So y2 plus y3 upon 2 is equal to minus 1 is equal to minus 2. Any problem? No. Similarly, this is method 1, by the way. I will give you two beautiful method to solve this type of problem. And see, बोथ मेथड्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, देखो चीज क्या है कि या तो मैं दो सवाल करा दूं या तो मैं एक ही सवाल को दो तरीके से करा दूं. तो अपने को एट द एंड तरीका इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट. एट द एंड वी हैव टू नो द मेथड्स so that we can use in JEE mains and advanced, because see JEE mains is somewhat predictable but advanced is not at all predictable, right. So we have to know all aspects, we have to know all areas in which we can go for problem solving. Fine. Okay, now similarly x1 plus x3 by 2 equal to 2, so x1 plus x3 is equal to 4. Similarly y1 plus y3 upon 2 is equal to -1, so equal to -2. Any problem? No. Now we have to find x1, x2, x3. Problem is solved. How? Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. Now we have these equations. Now no need to concentrate on diagram, right? We have this equation. Now everyone, suppose this is equation 1, this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Any problem? No. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me write in yellow so that it will highlight. Equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. This equation 4, this equation 5, and this is equation 6. Fine. Okay, we have to find x1, x2, x3, and y1, y2, y3, right? Okay, this is a very famous thing. See equation 1, 2, 3. Add 1, 2, 3. Everyone add 1 plus 2 plus 3. What we have? We have twice of x1 x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 6. 2 3 just 6. So from here we can say we got nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 6. Sorry, is equal to 3. Fine. Okay, what we have? X1 plus x2 is 2. So if we substitute x1 plus x2 here, so what we can write? If x1 plus x2 is 2, substitute x1 plus x2 2 here, so x3 is nothing but 1. Now substitute x2 plus x3 is 0 here, so x1 is nothing but 3. Why? Because x2 plus x3 is 0. Now substitute x1 plus x3 4 here, x1 plus x3 4, so x2 is nothing but -1. Any problem? No. Now similarly we added 1 2 and 3. Now you add 4 5 and 6. Okay, if someone add 4 5 and 6, everyone just observe 4 plus 5 plus 6. So how will it look like? It look like 4 minus 2 minus 2 4 minus 4 0. So it will look like twice of y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 0. So from here we can say that y1 plus y2 plus y3 equal to 0. Any problem? No. Okay, everyone, please agree that if y1 plus y2 plus y3 is 0 and we have given y1 plus y2, so if we substitute y1 plus y2 4 here, so we can find y3. What is y3? What is y3? So y3 is nothing but -4. Now similarly we have y2 plus y3 -2, so substitute -2 here, so y1 is nothing but 2. Okay, similarly we have y1 plus y2 -2, so y1 plus okay, y1 plus y2 we have already substituted, right? Y2 plus y3 is -2, so y1 2. Okay, what remains? Y1 plus okay, this is y1 plus y3. Again y1 plus y3 is also -2, so y1 plus y3 is -2, so y2 is also 2. So this is how all points finally founded easily by using midpoint formula thing. Got it or not? So I think this is clear, right? This is clear. If you want to write it in a good manner, so a point A is x1 comma y1, so point A is nothing but 3 comma 2. B is x2 comma y2, so B is nothing but -1 comma 2. C is nothing but x3 comma y3, so 1 comma -4. So this is how we got all points. Any problem? No. So this is method 1 only. Now let me discuss a beautiful method, method 2. Even in method 2 you don't have to use your pen. Logically you can solve this without using pen in only, I think, more than less than 2 lines. Okay, method 2, it's very important as well as very logical. तुम्हें मजा आएगा. Okay, what is the question? Figure is this, right? Figure is this. Okay, let me copy the figure first. Let me copy figure first. Okay, what is the figure? This is the figure, right? Was the figure. Wait. Okay, everyone, see, this is the figure, right? So in this figure only I will solve your question. In this figure only I will solve the question. How? Let me tell you. Okay, I have brought it the figure. Okay, a very important property, if you know, a very important property, if you know, I'm writing the property here before going to the figure. Property is the line joining, line joining. Take a note of it. Take a note of it. If you are not knowing this, take a note of it. If you are knowing this, this is enough. It is a thing from class 10. Line joining midpoints. Line joining midpoints of any two sides. Any two sides of triangle ABC is equal to, is equal to, not equal to, is parallel, is parallel and equal to half, half of third side. Got it? What I'm saying is, line joining midpoints of any two sides of triangle, line joining midpoints of any two sides of triangle ABC is parallel and equal to half of third side. Got it? It's a very important property. Okay, now if you have uh, read the property well, then let me solve the problem here only without using all such calculations, right? Okay, what does it means? It means if df is the line joining midpoints of two sides, so it must be parallel to third side and it must be equal to half of it. It means, what is half of BC? Half of BC is BE. So it means DF is equal to BE. Any problem? DF is equal to E. It means we can say that DF is parallel to BE as well as DF is equal to BE. No problem? No problem. Now similarly, this EF is parallel to AB and EF is equal to AD or BD. So again we can say that EF is parallel to AD and as well as EF is equal to AD. Any problem? So this we conclude, this we conclude. Similarly, this will parallel to AF and this will equal to AF. Now everyone, please think. Can I say BDFE? BDFE is a parallelogram. Can I say? Again, BDFE is a parallelogram. Okay, why I am saying BDFE is a parallelogram? Because BD is equal to EF and BD parallel to EF. Again, BE is equal to DF and BE parallel to DF. It means opposite sides are parallel and equal. Hence, it's a parallelogram. Any problem? No problem. Okay. And in a parallelogram, we know diagonal bisects. Diagonal bisects. No problem. Okay. Now, DE we know. So what is this midpoint? What is this midpoint? What is this midpoint of D and E? So we can write x1 plus x2. So 1 plus 0 by 2. So it is nothing but 1 by 2, comma 2 minus 1 upon 2. Again it's 1 by 2. Any problem? Any problem? No. Now everyone, please tell me, please tell me, if this point, this point is bisector, diagonal bisect each other, it means this point will bisect these guys and as well as other guys. It means this will bisect this also, this also. Yes or no? Yes, it means 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 is midpoint of B and F. Hence we can find B. Yes or no? So let us find B. Let us write B. How we can write B? Okay, if you are not good logically, so use x1 plus x2 by 2 formula. If you are good logically, so we can directly write how. Okay, we have to find 1 upon 2. We have to find 1 upon 2 and we have 2 here. So don't you think if b x coordinate is 1 minus 1, so 2 minus 1 1 upon 2, so we got 1 by 2. Again we have minus 1 and what we need 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So if this point is 2, so minus 1 plus 2 1 upon 2, so we get 1 by 2. So by midpoint formula we got b. Similarly c, everyone, similarly c, this BC, this CD and EF. Again, D, E, C, F is a parallelogram. Parallelogram means diagonal bisects each other. Okay, diagonal bisects each other means we know E, we know F, so we can find this point. And if we find this point, if we found this point, then this point is midpoint of D and C. D is known, so C we can find. Similarly, what is this point? This is nothing but 0 plus 2 by 2, so it is 1. So minus 1 plus minus 1 by 2 is also minus 1. So what is this midpoint? 1 comma minus 1. Okay, now if this midpoint is 1 comma minus 1 and 1 comma 2 is known, then this we have to find. Okay, everyone, listen. In 1, what we have to add such that we can get 1? So 1 plus 1, 2 upon 2, 1. So this is nothing but 1 comma. This is nothing but 1 comma. Now in 2, what we have to add and divide by 2 so that we can get minus 1. So if we in 2 we get add minus 4, so 2 minus 4 minus 2 upon 2 minus 1. Okay, if you are not getting this logically, then do one thing, apply the formula. How formula? X3 plus 1 upon 2 equal to 1, y3 plus 2 upon 2 equal to minus 1, so that we can get x3 y3. Similarly, everyone see this A, D, E, F. So ADEF is also a parallelogram. ADEF is also a parallelogram. So we can say in parallelogram diagonal bisect. So now these things are similar, right? So DF we know. DF we know. So what is this midpoint? See 2 plus 1 3. So 3 midpoint is nothing but 3 upon 3 upon 2 comma 2 minus 1 1 upon 2. So this is the midpoint. Okay, this is the midpoint for A, E also. We know E, we can write A. What is A now? Similarly, x1 plus 0 upon 2 equal to 3 by 2. So x1 is 3. x1 is 3, comma y1 minus 1 upon 2 equal to 2. So y1 is 2. y1 is 2. So A is nothing but 3 comma 2, B is minus 1 comma 2 and C is 1 comma minus 4. Let me check whether it is true or not. Yes, see, from previous method we got A 3 by 2, 3 comma 2, B minus 1 comma 2, C 1 comma minus 1, 4, 1 comma minus 4. So from second method also we got same thing in one liner if you know this property, and from method 1 midpoint formula also we got answer. So whatever you like you can follow. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe the channel. I can guarantee that after studying from my channel, you don't need any book or anything for content related thing. And you want practice, you can follow any book or any coaching standard material of any coaching, any branded reputed coaching, right? But after studying from my channel, you don't need any type of content. I'm providing all content which you can find in Kota or a good coaching institute, right? So thank you for today. We'll meet on next video. Thank you.